Oh, all right. What's up, Dragon Brood? So, today we're going to be taking a look at Selesnya Midrange, or we'll call it Selesnya Tokens. Depends on who you talk to, they have different names for it. But the big reason is everybody's saying this deck is one of the decks that you can play that's really climbing the ladders and crushing the metagame. So, I want to see what it's all about. I don't think there's any particular card in here that stands out, just overall the deck looks solid. So, y'all can go on the journey with me and we'll find out, is this really the metagame killer? It might be. But let's go. As always, if you're going to be shopping for supplies, please check out shop.ultrapro.com/PowrDragn and remember to use promo code PowrDragn because you'll save 5% and they'll give us a kickback here on the channel and help us out. And you'll be getting sweet gear from a company that's been around for 70 years. There's nothing here that really stands out as being ridiculous, but this is kind of like a deck that I feel like is better than even better than the sum of its parts, and none of its parts are bad. So we have 4 Luminar Castprint. Now this is one of those ones you might be looking at and saying like, okay, we're not playing a true aggro deck, why do we play it? It actually does work in here, especially since you have several creatures that can come over the top. Being able to put even just 1 or 2 counters on some flyers can be the difference a lot of the times. Prosperous Innkeeper. The life gain does matter in a few games, but truthfully, a lot of this is going to be just for the treasure. 2 Tangled Florahedron. I've actually used these as lands every time. And so I'm not sure. There's definitely going to be a point in here where you want to play it as a creature. I just can't tell you what it is. Every time I've tried to test this deck or whatever, it's just been coming into play tapped. 4 Skyclave Apparition as some of our removal. Some of our only removal, really. 4 Wedding Announcements. And this is a card that's just starting to show up everywhere. You know, I would even say, if you're thinking about playing Standard and Paper, especially as we start moving forward with all the new organized play announcements, this would be one of the cards I would target. It's probably going to go into a lot of different decks you're going to play. It's not crazy expensive right now, unless it went up in the last 3 or 4 days. I haven't looked recently. But it's cheap enough that you can pick it up, and it's still going to be Standard legal for a full year and a half or so. So you're not going to be upset with owning this one. It's if you're planning on playing Standard and Paper. Welcoming Vampire, we're playing a full set of 4 because we do have so many small things. We have Wedding Announcement, whatever, so we should have enough ways to be able to get extra cards. 1 Legion Angel, 1 Starnheim Unleashed. And this, a lot of times, if you do get the opportunity to foretell this early, it's usually worth it. Because once you get to one of those later turns, even being able to just make 2 Angels is huge. But if you can make 3 or more, a lot of times it's going to be the beginning of the end. Especially if it's right after your opponent spent their resources on a sweeper, and you can roll out 3 or 4 Angels, that's huge. 4 Wandering Emperor. This is our other half of our removal. So really it's just these in the Apparition. But this card's so versatile, obviously. Another one that's going to be in a lot of deck lists, no surprise. We have 4 Eska's Chariot for all the reasons we've played it in all the other deck lists. 2 Yasharn. The one thing I would say about Yasharn is keep in mind is you can't actually exile or sacrifice even your own treasure. So keep that up. And remember that it also works on your opponent's stuff. I mean, it has kind of hidden text that, you can't sacrifice anything. But against especially the decks that are making a bunch of treasure, whether that be like Rakdos Sacrifice or something like... actually, against Rakdos Sacrifice, Yasharn's just really good in general because it even turns off the Oni's Anvil. But, against the Izzet decks, where they're piling up some treasure... it works against those too, so don't undersell Yasharn. It's actually really good in a couple of matchups. And then, of course, we have Renin 7. Just makes a big thing, finds extra land, works with Chariot. So, nothing wrong with it. And blocks flyers. That's the big thing. Then we have 3 Amari's Call as part of our land package, but we do actually cast these in this deck. 1 Cave of the Frost Dragon, 1 Iganjo, 6 Plains, 1 Beseju, 3 Forest, 1 Lair of the Hydra, 4 Branchaloft Pathway, and 4 Overgrown Farmland. So, as always, please watch as much of the video and as many of the games as you can because your watch time helps get the video recommended more often. And y'all have been doing that lately, so I appreciate it. Thumbs up. But I will say this, if you want a spoiler, feel free to go to the end of the video because we will also be talking about what justifies this being a metagame killer, if we like what's in here, or if we would have any changes. So, I'll catch you on the other side. Easy mulligan. Keep this. Scrap that. Let's go. Alright. Yep. Already looking pretty grim. Pretty sad that you just see like the black cards and the white cards are on the other side and go like, yep, don't think this is a matchup that's good for us, but we got to fight through it. All right, let's see how bad it is. I guess it's going to be an Infernal Grasp. Or Deadly Disputes. Neither, actually. Interesting. Valky? Alright. You get your choice to get some things here, friend. I actually don't mind this, because now if they do use a sweeper or something, we get a chance of getting something back. So that's kind of nice. Your attack doesn't really matter much either way, opponent. I think we're going to do this, though, for now. Yep. And then just pass. Could have attacked, but I'd rather take my chances on exiling the Eye Twitch first. Yeah, spend your mana, turn it into a 2/2. That's gonna do nothing. Yeah, I didn't really understand that play. I was like, what are they hoping happens here? I almost feel like they didn't quite understand how that card worked. We'll just play this as a land. I am going to... I mean, do I pump this up? Nah, we just keep this out racing the possible meat hook. That's all we're going to look at here. I almost don't even want to play these and just wait till something... Well, now we may be forced to, unfortunately. Yep. That changes things a little bit. Well, now we could do some things. I guess we remove Valky. And then we just pump this. I mean, not that it does a lot. Yeah, might as well do this. I give them back a 1/1. So, whatever. Otherwise, when they sweep the board, which is what they're probably about to do, they're going to get it back anyway. That land is pretty key because that allows us to play these and get a card next turn, which is important. Oh, they actually didn't have what I thought they had. Look at that. I thought they had the sweeper there. Things are looking up, friends. Things are looking up. What do we do? What do we do? I mean, do we try to exile Skullport Merchant? That seems like a thing we could do. I don't know if we need to do it. This is already a 6/6. Sure. I'm kind of into it. Like, if you have some removal cards, you got some removal cards. F it. All right, so you're going to take 6. Oh, sacrifice both of those? No, Deadly Dispute 1. Then you can sacrifice the other one. All right, I think we did about all we could there. I mean, they're about to get 2 creatures back. We can play Wanderer and make a creature. But any sweepers are bad news here for us. Like, they have the mana for a big old meat hook. Ooh, there's a Tybalt. Was not expecting to see that. All right, so what's their play here? Get rid of our aspirants? Is that enough? Yeah, I mean, I guess they still sort of have to. And they could cast it. Okay. I don't think we can make lethal in any way, shape, or form, right? We could play this 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If we have 2 3/3s get through. Actually, I guess we can. All right, so let's do this. They're in their end step. We'll make a samurai. And then we'll +1. Oh, actually, it's automatically +1 anyway from our. All right. And then we'll just go ahead and exile this duder. And then we'll just attack. All at the opponent. So, yep, that gets us there. Whew, weird game. Weird game. Okay, and this one's a keeper. We're going to get rid of. I guess it kind of has to be a Maria's Call, huh? All right. Not my favorite, but I get it. Conceal curtains. Am I going to be able to do anything before they get a concealed curtain? I guess I'm going to have to Yasharn ahead of them getting the concealed curtains, because that's our most threatening thing here. Wow, they got double concealed curtains. That's super frustrating. Yeah, okay. I mean, I guess this is what we do. I mean, I really would like to have the vampire, but I mean, what else are we going to do here? I mean, we almost have enough land for a Marius Call, so there's that. Though they will be able to do this in back-to-back turns, and that's going to be frustrating. So the vampire's got to go, obviously. Oh, we're not going to get to cast our Ren in 7 either. That's pretty hateful. All right, we'll at least attack once. Because that's probably all we're going to get with this, unless we find something to exile a Concealed Curtains. An Apparition there would have been pretty key. Would have got rid of Concealed Curtains and buy us another turn. Yep, might as well come on with it, opponent. And there goes Ren in 7. Okay, that's something. I ain't mad at that. I ain't mad at that. All right, those are decent pickups. We can make that work. All right. All right, we at least have our life total going the right direction, so we have that going for us. Heavy discard. Still not sure why people prefer the beetle over the black elf, because more often than not, this is also going to be susceptible to artifact removal, and the elf's not. And the elf has a relevant creature type as well, whereas this is just insect. So, I don't know. Yeah, all right. I don't think you're going to kill this for 1, so sure. All right. I mean, next turn, I guess we're going to Angel up. Oh, well, we're going to Angel up and not do much, sadly. Or we might. This is actually a little tough, because now if we have a discard card, we kind of want to do this. But now a Meat Hook's actually better for them. Yeah, we want to do this still. And the opponent's likely going to want to deal with our Angels. All right. I mean, we get a whole point in, but we get a card, which is more important. All right, our Angels are now lethal unless they do something about it. Go blank. That's annoying. Got our Angel, but that means they're still dead, so that's fine. Because at best, you can kill a creature. Yeah, I don't think it really matters. Yeah, exactly. I think this is a keeper. Alright, that doesn't change too much, really. Alright, so we're probably up against some mono-red thing. So let's see. I mean, we likely don't get to keep this aspirant, so we won't get too attached to it. Yep, that's the minimum I expected to happen. Now we kind of get into a spot here. Actually, it's a little mistake. If I was just going to play the land, I mean, guess if I'm going to do that, I might as well just do this. And then if they play, like, I don't know, Raiju here, then we try to get it next turn with the Wandering Emperor or some such. Might be a plan. All right, well, let's just get on the aggressive side. I think we could start being the beatdown here, so let's do it. No attacks. I was debating actually playing Florahedron and then foretelling the Starnheim Unleashed, but I don't even know if we need to foretell it in this match. We might be able to just play it straight up as a 4/4 and just get the Singular Angel. Because really, if we're just going to end up having like 4 power things over and over and over, they're just not going to be able to do much about it. Yeah, that's fine. If that's what they're using that on, we have no complaints. I mean, they will get some treasure here, which is a little unfortunate, but whatever. We are fine with it. Sure. We just let them go. I could have, probably should have played that down. Would have been smarter. That was a little just clicking too fast, I think. Because not playing that or this, that was just a straight up mistake. Blizzard Blade, sure. Gonna put it on something to get double strike. And then we'll get rid of that, and then we'll just move it next turn. But that's mostly okay, I suppose. Oh, no, 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 no! Oh, I clicked the wrong damn thing. Oh, well. We took some unnecessary damage. I'm just playing lazy. Too late at night tonight. I made dumb mistakes on back-to-back turns for no good reason, honestly. No explicable reason whatsoever. Alright, well, we're already in it, so Samurai it is. I guess it doesn't greatly change things other than, like I said, just taking some unnecessary damage, but it's mostly fine. They're going to move it over to the Raiju for max punishment. I don't think you want to do that anyway. All right, that's a little greedy because, I mean, then we just block the biggest thing, right? I mean, I guess you want to copy the Raiju? Okay, sure, that makes sense. I was gonna say, are you not attacking with the other one? Yeah, I was gonna say that's the only thing that makes rational sense here. See, all because I didn't remove that last time. Okay. Exile this dude. Since everything else is targeting the one we decided to keep, we don't really have to worry about much else. Yep. So that worked out okay. Now to figure out where we want to go from here. We've got 6 land. We're going to be able to play this next turn. Actually, on back-to-back turns if we want. So let's talk about that. Let's go Yasharn. Let's go get 2 lands. Bonus down to 1 card, too, so that's pretty nice. Let's play this. Let's foretell this. Well, do we plus here is the question, because this would still be a 3/3 double strike. Don't really have a way to put counters on anything. So sure, let's make big Yasharn. I'll attack. If they want to give up their double striker, I'm cool. All right. Another Raiju. Of course it is. Like, why wouldn't it be? Yep. I mean, Wandering Emperor can die here. That's fine. I'm not bent out of shape about it. Oh, if that's all we're doing, then sure, we take 2. Like, all right, sure. Oh, that's nice. That's nice. I don't know if I can make this work the way I want, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm gonna take at least 4 next turn. I'm trying to think, like, do I need this life gain? I think I do here. I backed off a little bit. I think I do need this. Now, this would actually let us get 2 angels. So we can do that. And then, hold on a second. If we plus this and attack, then the opponent... maybe that's correct. Maybe we just make another dude and then just block some things. All right. I feel like I can attack with this and not care, because they don't have any good blocks here. But I'm trying to figure out, like, how much of the beatdown am I here? I can block everything, but not, like, efficiently. But nothing has trample, so we don't really care. So sure. Okay. That was good, because they also got rid of a creature that had a +1/+1 on it, which doesn't seem like much, but because they get bonus damage from each Raiju, it's actually pretty big. All right, so the little Raiju goes in. Yeah, if this is all we're doing, we're kind of like, all right, we can fight this game. I mean, I guess they're just not willing to put their Raiju at risk, so sure. All right, well, that's a turn that did a whole lot of nothing for them. Great. Good news is, that was not part of our future plans. Oh yeah, now we just got 3 Amarius calls. So that's going to do it. Because now our life total's going the wrong way. Yep, that'll do. Okay, what do we do with that? I mean, I guess we keep this. All right, that settles that. Because I was just thinking, like, if we get a land for the Innkeeper, then we automatically have land for Ren and 7 with the treasure. But question is, what are we willing to put at risk here? All right. I mean, we know this is going to die. Yeah, exactly. But, like, something's got to give. All right. Don't want to run this other one out in case there's something well, I mean, maybe we should have. Because if they spent their mana playing some, like, 2 damage sweeper, that probably would have been okay. I don't think I would have been that upset about it. I'm going to do this in case they have some type of counter that would make us pay more. Okay, they don't have anything else that would make us pay more. Interesting. I mean, all right. I guess we attack. You're not going to bounce it, obviously. Oh, Amalgam. Just straight up. Okay. That's a thing to know. Oh, they didn't even block? Yeah, that's even weirder. Okay, well now I'm going to run this thing out, not knowing what the hell's going on. And get some extra life here. This deck is not what I thought it was. Now, though, I have to be aware they could counter something for 4 and get a creature, because now they can get rid of an overcharged Amalgam. So that changes things very significantly. Alright, that's fine. We're okay with that. What do we do? What do we do? I kind of want to get rid of an Amalgam, but then this could also be shot, so don't love that. They get a token back. It'd be a 4/4. Alright. Let's see what you got. Okay. That's a thing. Opponent still has 4 cards in hand. They still have a creature land, but they don't have the mana for it yet. We're going to gain 2 more life. They're going to Fate Hope a token. Alright, they get to scry. They bottomed. Okay, I wonder what they're looking for. Maybe Goldspan Dragons? Alright, well they gave up. That was a weird game. Alright, we'll keep it. An Innkeeper into Yasharn's not too bad, because you don't really fall behind on mana, which is kind of nice. I mean, we might just go Innkeeper, Yasharn, Legion Angel. Maybe. Because we don't have any other value coming from the Vampire right off the bat. But if we're playing against Runes, we're probably going to be relying on this Wandering Emperor pretty heavily. So that could change our plans pretty drastically, unfortunately. But they kept a hand with runes and no creatures. Opponents, you got to be careful about that. Alright, well. Now I'm wondering if we should be getting aggressive, or if they kept a hand with, like, Hallowed Hauntings, maybe? That's an aggressive use of that. Because it doesn't really matter if we're just going to play Yasharn here anyway, so sure. Alright. Okay, opponent, you've got 4 mana and 5 cards. You've used a rune. You've removed a creature. Maybe they kept a hand that was like more of these things. Oh, well, that's a thing. That'll help you find some action. Or maybe it doesn't. Okay, well, I'm not totally sure what I want to do here then. I was kind of expecting this to go a different direction. So they have 1 more rune in hand, and they have another showdown. Now I'm just trying to think about how we get the most damage here. But yeah, I think I'm just going to play this and attack. Yeah. Alright. This is a very awkward... I mean, they kept a hand that had big spells, but nothing that really enables them that you're used to seeing. I feel a little better, though. We drew an Apparition anyway. Oh, they're going the Light Paws route here. So they're going to try to stack up Light Paws with, like, 3 things. I can appreciate that. That's at least an innovative try. I don't think it's any better than what the decks already do, though. I mean, I would argue that it's probably outright worse. I mean, I guess they can go find the life gain one. I mean, I would assume your bet here is to attack, though. They did draw a lot of cards there, to be honest. Like, that does load their hand up very nicely. All right. We could attack with either of these and give them +1. And then just save this so we can get rid of whatever the next thing is they play. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of the safest play, actually. Because other than getting 2 more points of damage in, I mean, I guess technically, let's just get more damage in here. If we would have played this first, we get in for 8. We would have got in for 10. That's actually significant. I probably should have just gotten the 10 damage instead of getting cute. Ah, well. It is what it is. I think removing it and getting the 10 damage is probably just better. Yeah, because that was the thing here. I was just thinking they're probably not going to block anyway. And if that's the case, I mean, we'd have been better off. Opponent's at 8. So, I mean, we only missed 2 damage, but they're dead anyway. Oh, this one's ugly. I'm a mulligan. I feel like that didn't really do anything. Keep this. Yeah, I think I'm going to get rid of Ren in 7. And that was not the easiest decision. All right, Luminarch Aspirant, you're up to bat. Are they playing a similar deck to us? Let's find out. Nope, because they have white mana. All right, this looks like some version of Runes, possibly, playing Ameria. It's not something I thought I would see. I'm going to go ahead and play this. And then just attack. If the opponent wants to get rid of our Welcoming Vampire, that's fine. I mean, we get to keep getting in with our Aspirant, and that's probably a little bit better for us, I think. If they don't, then we get to remove something and draw a card. Maybe set up an Innkeeper for later. Oh. Yeah, that's concerning. Now I'm thinking we may commit nothing to the board. Not gonna lie, I do not like that. However, I also kind of am a little greedy and want at least one card. Man, there's a chance it's not a Doomscar, but I feel like that chance is very, very, very low. But I am going to gamble on a play as though it's a thing. So let's see if we get a card. Okay, it's a Doomscar. There was a chance it wasn't, but it's a Doomscar. All right. Let's get in the damage where we can. Yep, everything's going to die here. Don't mind it, though. We might just crack this treasure and just get 2 angels right off the bat and say, like, all right, this has to do it, right? If you draw another land and you got a Doomscar in hand already, then so be it. But I think we're going angels. I say that, then we drew this. Yeah, whatever. We're still going angels, right? Why not? Just force the opponent to have it. If they have it, they have it. We'll just keep trying to draw stuff. The good news is, if they have apparitions, you can't remove tokens. Bad news is, if they have brutal Cathars, they can totally remove a token. But let's see what they do. All right, spoils. Ooh, so are they playing like a Reanimator type thing? That's probably what it is. Yeah, they're probably playing Velamachus and crew. Ooh, this is going to be tough. That is not what we wanted to see. And this does nothing against Velamachus because it never becomes tapped. Neither does this. This is a whole lot of not good, is what this is. We're about to have 7 mana next turn. Ugh. Do not like. Do we get to attack with both angels? Maybe. Nope. One's gonna die. All right. That's unfortunate. Yeah, I don't know what we do with this otherwise. I don't know what our outs are, but I think they don't exist. That's what I think. Okay, Thrilling Discovery is actually good news. Barring they have that and a land in hand. Oh wait, and they're playing Angel Fire? I mean, I guess so. It's a way you can gain life after you get the Velomachus. I'm just thinking, like, they're 12. Is there anything we could do to do max pressure here? But there's really not. We're kind of staring at it. They don't have a Velomachus in the yard. They can get back a Spirited Companion and draw a card, but it would be a... Because you get to put 4 counters with that thing? Yeah, so it'd be a 5/5. That'd be real. I know the Thrillings are... Well, they're back to 14, so that screws all those other plans we had. And now anything they get will also have Vigilance, Trample, blah, 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 all the magic keywords. So that's a little bit of a pain. Whew. I don't know what's going to happen here. And they had to rip apart for that, so I don't even get bonus cards. Man, opponent is really not making this easy on us. All right. I'm trying to think, like... Playing an aspirant, I was thinking, like, I kind of want to save this and give this first strike with the +1/+1, depending on what they draw. Because if they just get another, like, let's say they just get this duder out, then there'd be a 5/5. I'd be able to kill it. But I'm gonna do this, and we're just gonna hope for the best. I mean, the reality is they're going to get something they can put Angel Fire Ignition on anyway. It's probably not going to be good. I mean, this is still a 5/5, but, I mean, we'd be able to first strike as a 5/5. But, then again, if they don't get anything major, maybe we still got a shot. So let's see. This is going to be a weird finish for us. The good news is they used the treasure, so they have to find another land. But the downside is they didn't really discard any land, did they? No, they've just a bunch of spells. So if they've got... But if they had Velomachus in hand, they'd have put one in the yard already. I'm pretty sure that's true. Ooh, we can only attack for 8. We can attack for 9. That's not enough. It's not enough. All right. They keep putting stuff in the yard. There's a land. That might be all they were looking for. They might not have had any more Reanimator spells and just having to rely on hard casting it. Yeah, all I can do is 9. That's the most I can come up with here. Why do I feel their hand has back-to-back Velomachus? It's not going to be good for us. Oh, okay. Let's try to get a picture of what they're playing here. They're playing Rip Aparts, which we already saw. Lore Hold, which they could cast. Shooting something, blocking something. That would not be unreal. They discarded 2, but they've seen a lot of cards. There's a chance they're holding one. What if I... Well, no, because they just shoot this. Man, there's no good answer here. All right. Let's hope you don't have anything. This feels dangerous. Man, I'm just thinking if that thing becomes... God, what can we do here? I mean, I guess we have to. They shoot a thing. They're going to gain 3, go to 13. They're going to block this one. They're going to take 6, go to 7. Try to put this on one of them. 1, 2, 3. If they have another land, they try to put the second one on it. So it'd be a 3. So it'd be 2, 4, 6 toughness. But then we could give it first strike. All right. I guess we have to gamble that. If that's the best play they got, that we just, if they have it, they have it. Okay, it's a windfall. Not necessarily that much better for us. They did put a Velomachus in the yard, which means bad times incoming for us, because they probably have another one of the reanimate things. Velomachus is going to be at least a 9. Opponents at 2. If they get anything that gains life, I don't think we're going to be able to kill them from here. Yep, we knew that was coming. So that part, no surprise. Yep. And he's going to be up to an 11 and gain all that life. And unfortunately, nothing we can do. Yep. Yep, we just took too long. I said too many turns without a lot happening there. Okay, cool. Ooh, okay, sure. If we don't find a green land, we're kind of toast. Actually, a land, period. We're in trouble, but let's see what happens. Risk it for the biscuit. Or as the new thing in the poker community is, no gamble, no future. Okay, next turn is kind of the turn. Untap land, untap land, untap land. Because we need an untapped land really, really bad. Okay, that worked. And it's a green land, even at that. So that's pretty sweet. Alright, play this. Pump this. And attack. Alright, opponent's got 4 mana, assuming they have a land. Let's see what they do with it. Apparitions. Gonna get rid of our vampire, probably. Yep, that's what I would do. Makes perfect sense. Let's do this, because then they can't sack their treasure. So that slows them down a little bit till they get rid of the Yasharn. Though I probably should have pumped the Yasharn, because you know they're going to keep coming after, like, aspirants, the higher value target here. Alright, they have another Innkeeper. For more treasure they can't sack. We like that. We definitely do not hate that. Ooh, that is not bad here either. Let's go with this. And then this. Mostly because I just want a card. Put the counter on Yasharn and send Yasharn into fight. Works for me. Now, I'm assuming if they get an apparition, you got to get rid of Yasharn so you have access to all your treasure, right? All right. Seems fine. Yeah, exactly. They're still like, oh, yeah, I still can't sacrifice this treasure. So it looks like they're playing the same deck we are. Thing is, we have a Yasharn that did not get wrecked. Yeah, they're giving up. All right, let's see what this does. Okay. I'm going to get down the Innkeeper, which is good. It gets us to the mana we would need. We're probably going to have to use a treasure with no backup, but we would have double apparitions. So that's not the worst thing. I was about to say, they don't have a creature? I don't hate that. But no, they did have a creature. All right, with all the white cards in hand, I think that's the best we can do. Our hand's very interesting here, though, against the red deck, where we have double Wanderer, double Apparition. Really want to draw a land here, though. All right. Do. And if they kill our Duder here, we get a couple of life, which is nice. Now, I consider just making the 2/2 and being more efficient because we don't have another land. So making a 2/2 block, I mean, there's some value there. However, we did find another land, so that makes life a little bit easier. We will make a 2/2 here. And just pass. We could exile something here, but you kind of want the opponent to spend their turn putting mana on something, get double strike, you know, that whole thing. And then if we get a land, you would like to foretell this, play an apparition, and then see what happens. Question is, do we just make a 2/2? I think we do. I'm willing to just make a 2/2 here, since we're holding on to apparitions. And then just split our blocks. Yeah, sure. Like, that seems more than fine. That is not a great card. I would not recommend anybody play that, in case you're wondering. And then I think I'm going to go ahead and just play this tapped. Make a samurai. Just to maximize our blockers for haste creatures and such. Yep, that'll do it. Oh boy. What do we do with this? I guess we keep it, but boy, this is doesn't feel great. I mean, this is like a bad situation because even if we get something we can play here on 2, we don't really want it because we'd have to take 3 damage. But, yeah, I think the tough part here is knowing that our best card really is like Wedding Announcement, but it's likely just going to get countered. So we got to figure out what is worth dealing. I guess we do this first. Do you have the burn spells? The answer is yes. No, they just have a Fading Hope. Okay. Good to know. There's at least not a creature counter. There could be like a negate, so we have to be a little careful, but we know a creature counter isn't in hand. It's a small bit of information, but it's a bit of information that matters. I think we're just going to pass. The opponent, well, they can't Memory Deluge here. I guess they could discard and get treasure. That'd be kind of bad. Yeah. Okay. Not much we can do about it. I mean, we could play this down, make a Duder, but we'd just lose it. Yeah, this is just one of those draws that just wasn't going to matter. I mean, obviously, here comes the negate, right? All right, GG's. Oh, let's mulligan. Ooh, boy. Okay. The deck is not making it easy on us. Yep. All right, well, this has come in tapped. Good news is maybe we draw some burn damage down on the aspirant. We can draw a land and play the chariot. Maybe this vampire will live. I don't know. Feel like we're going to be up against it, and this is not going to go well. Okay, we did get the land. Oh, our aspirant's not living. That sucks. Yep. Yep, she did. All right. Well, we're taking a minimum of 4, probably as much as 7, going to 10. Okay, Chandra makes it a little less painful. Not a lot. Ooh, boy. Boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Yeah, getting a 1/1 doesn't do anything here. I mean, it's generally this, and if they kill this, we're just dead, right? I don't even know if we could afford to block here, honestly. Like, if I were the opponent, I'm probably just putting the Rabbit Battery on Kamano, and then I can't block. So then I go to 7. Oh, they already had the Eruption anyway. Yeah, we... Alright, we're at 6. The only benefit here is that we have Chariot, but... man, we're going to need every point of life out of you, buddy. Alright, I don't know how this is going to hold up, but... We're at 6. Honestly, we really need a land, because we need to be able to play these 2, I think, is going to be the biggest deal. Alright, they didn't find a burn spell. So that's some good news. I mean, that accounts for something. We are at 5 only, though. And Chandra's about to go ultimate. Which is not good. Man, do I want to draw an Apparition? I was thinking, like, is Apparition the card we're trying to draw, really? Okay. What is the best thing that happens for us here? We threaten Chandra. We make a Innkeeper. We threaten Chandra, make a 2/2. So we gain a life there. Then we play Wedding Announcement, get a 1/1, gain a life there. All right. Or we could play Yasharn. Nah, but then we just risk dying. That's not any good. All right. This has to be the play. I mean, we could still play Yasharn here, though. Yasharn taps. Hold on, let's think about this. Yasharn taps. We get the lands. We get to attack these 3 into her. End up with another 2/2. All right, I think I'm gonna. Might just be too much to be trying here, but sure. I mean, we end up at least at 7 life, regardless of what happens here. All right. 7 life with 2 blockers. Does this just mean they have another Chandra? I feel like that's what that is. Or maybe they just figured this is the only way they can win is if they keep their creatures. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. If they pump that, if it's the thing, I think I'll 7 though to do that, right? Okay, sure. We're at 5. Yeah, that's what I thought. Royal Eruption cost 7. Okay, that feels a lot better. I'm just going to tap Yasharn. And attack. Make a blocker. And I'm not going to spend anything, knowing I could gain 2 more life here, which is pretty critical. All right. Whew, this was a tough comeback, but we got there. All right, Dragon Brood, since we won some games, you're probably going to think what I'm about to say is a little bit weird or maybe even contradictory. but I actually think this deck is fine. Can you ladder with it? Absolutely. Will you win some games? Very likely. However, I think this is a better best of 3 deck than it is best of 1. I feel like it's still going to have some struggles against the black-white decks or the Esper control decks. I think there's some sideboard cards you could play to kind of mitigate a lot of those issues, but I think just for best of 1, those could be a little bit of a problem. Now, you can get your draws with your Planeswalkers and Chariot, you know, and then it won't matter as much, so it's not like you can't beat those decks. But I feel like it's better served in a best of 3 scenario. But even beyond that, I think you do handle very well against other things like the mono red, even some of the mono white aggro decks, barring, you know, their crazy nut draws or whatever, but those draws are just going to be good when they happen. But yeah, I think overall the deck's very good. If you're playing just best of 1 and ladder, you can still play this just fine and there would be nothing wrong with it. I just feel like you will get an even better win percentage if you're playing it best of 3. That was my takeaway here. So yeah, I like the deck, it's good, but like I said, best of 3, I think it's just a little bit better. Now, for today's card spotlight, we're going to talk about Seeds of Innocence. Now, this card doesn't look like it does much. Destroy artifacts, they gain life, that whole thing. But it's really kind of an example to show how expensive things can be by just being on the reserve list. Because this card really doesn't do anything, and it's $25. I mean, we have a bunch of cards that do this, so there's no reason this card should be that expensive other than the fact it's on the reserve list. But another interesting thing is, it's the type of card that when you're buying collections, you can find these a lot of the time because nobody values them at anything. And back in Mirage, this is the type of card that just looks like random uncommon or whatever. So yeah, if you're going through collections, maybe there's some Seeds of Innocence and you get a few extra bucks that people just don't know about and they leave it in their bulk stuff. Now don't forget, like always, you will be able to get today's deck list down in the description below, along with links to our Facebook gaming page, our Twitch streams, and our Discords, which are open to the public. So come by, hang out, say hello, you know, get deck help, all that wonderful stuff. Also, if you want to support the channel directly, check out the join button down below. That helps out so very much, and I really appreciate those of you that have become members. It means a lot. I really mean that. And finally, even if you can't do that, like always, please remember to hit that like button because that does help, and then hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. And if you do, be sure to hit that notification bell and choose all notifications to make sure you don't miss a video we got coming out. That's all I have for you for now. We'll see you next time.